Hello. Today should be a bit different. I'm walking in a different direction, and it's not about fibre broadband, so don't worry. But we will see where we end up. Ooh. Avid followers will know the first video I did was from the source of the Sherborne. Well, there it is in a bit further along. Here it is again, a bit further along. Before it goes under the road for a bit. There you go, you see. It does get a bit bigger. Okay, I've made it to the first part of our expedition. Oh no. Another sandstone building, you say? Well, I'm in Allesley, which is arguably the nearest of all of the churches I could have visited. Oh. 4 o'clock. There you go, it's 4. Arguably the nearest and one of the oldest. 1130 there was a building here. However, of course, like all of them, it's been significantly changed over the years. I believe a lot of it, the spire and a lot of it's from the 13th, 14th century. There's only a little bit of the Norman bit left, but I'd have to do some reading about where that is. And then, of course, like a lot of buildings, it was completely restored in the Victorian times, but it was made. They used the same red sandstone, so you can see that it's been fixed up a little bit. Really lovely church building that's just down the road, but I left this one because I knew it would be easy to get to. It's on top of a hill in the village, and I took some pictures on the approach, because you can see the spire throughout the whole of the village, really, and as you approach. Allesley was separate to Coventry for most of its existence until it was added in. But yeah, really cool little building. There's some really cool things inside. Obviously they're not accessible at the moment. But I've been in a few times for open days and things, and it's a really pretty little building. Loads of history and artifacts. But yeah, another Norman building, just chilling. Seen we're dealing with a pandemic. This is here for all pandemics and wars and disasters and everything. Buildings, they don't really care, do they? Just sort of, they exist, and if we didn't, it would still be here until the roof fell in. But I'm going to press on, I think. Might be more to see. Just did a little bit more reading. The church was granted by Bishop Roger in 1130 in Cov. And by the 13th century it had its own sort of land, and it still paid money for burials and things back to the main, to St Mary's. It's got 8 bells. One of them is from the 16th century still. One of the 16th century ones was recast in 1901, and most of them are 18th century, which is pretty good. It's a lovely little place. The over there is Cov is over that way, and the big artery that joins up to the A45 further on, like the Elms pub is just over there, and the Holyhead Road. But this is its own little sort of oasis out of the way. Lovely. So I've continued my walk, and this is a fun fact for all nationalities. For the last 50 years, probably longer, every London black cab you've ever seen was built here, behind me. They're not anymore, but still nearby, Anstey, but they've moved because they're electric now. But all the old taxis, London black cabs that you see in London, the London Taxi Company, is actually here. Well, it's Geely now, but yeah, it's there. They've all rolled out of this factory that's soon to be a housing estate. Fun Fact Central. I've continued my walk past the cab factory. I'm in an underpass. John Fox is echoing around me. Wonder where I am. Or might be revealed. Well, if I was an invader to Coventry, the first thing I would encounter is this, which isn't just some brickwork. It was a gatehouse. You can actually see a bit of the gate. Well, you can't because it's behind this bush, but the wall is still there. And yeah, there's a gatehouse here, and I know that because there's a plaque. Picking it back up. Too many people about, well, a few, to properly film, but you get the idea. There was a gate there. I'm in the city now. And then what you'd encounter, if you're here from about 1360, is John the Baptist Church. But anyway, I'll save this for another video. Have a good day.